Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. Several people are recovering tonight after a multi-vehicle crash in the Bishop Arts District in Dallas's Oak Cliff neighborhood.
So that crash left vehicles on top of one another, and there's new video. It shows bystanders holding up a car until a baby could be pulled to safety. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager live tonight with more on this whole chaotic scene. Peyton.
Steve and Heather, that video taken on a cell phone, absolutely wild. So last update from Dallas police, 7 people were sent to the hospital due to this crash. This includes an Arlington couple. I'm told the husband applied a tourniquet to his arm, which ultimately saved his life, at the same time tended to his injured wife. Take a look.
Celestino Rubio and Valerie Alonso lucky to be alive. Celestino out of his second surgery Monday afternoon. Valerie by his side in this picture after receiving stitches. The Arlington couple was headed to a Bishop Arts arcade Saturday evening when they tell Fox 4 their Lexus was suddenly crushed. The two pinned underneath, hoping help would arrive.
Now hold that up.
There's a baby. New video obtained by Fox 4 shows bystanders worried about a teetering Toyota balancing on top. Some realize there's a young child inside. You can see people holding the Toyota up until first responders arrived. This cell phone video shot by witness Jeremy Boss, who lives down the street.
All I could see was a pile of what it looked like a pile of metal or something about as tall as the traffic lights. And I just said, it just hit me. Oh my God, those are cars.
A sigh of relief once the little girl was pulled out of the vehicle and carried away by Dallas Fire Rescue.
I think the other person's over here.
Meanwhile, dozens of witnesses cared for the injured. Dallas police say the chaotic situation unfolded Saturday night after a driver plowed into cars stopped at the light at Tyler and Davis Streets. Over the weekend, police said 7 people were hospitalized in the 4-car collision. According to investigators, the driver who caused the chain reaction crash is in critical condition. Boss anxiously waiting for any update.
I was anticipating to see at least 2 to 3 people deceased. To see and hear that, there's a possibility that everybody is alive from this is a blessing from above.
And we are still waiting, Heather and Steve, for the latest update from Dallas police on how the conditions of the other people who were hospitalized. As for the person they say caused this crash, since that person is still in critical condition at the hospital, their name has not been released yet. Back to you.
All right, Peyton Yeager live tonight. Thank you.
Welcome back. Many people safe this morning. Investigators say someone intentionally lit a Fort Worth motel on fire.
Yeah, a white settlement police officer's quick thinking, though, saved a lot of lives. Fox 4's Ticia Muzinga live at the Red Roof Inn in Fort Worth with a look at that damage. Ticia.
Hey, yeah, good morning, guys. Sergeant John Banner is being held as a hero because he saw 2 rooms here at the Red Roof Inn engulfed in flames. So here's what things look like right now. You can see just the amount of damage that these 2 rooms, sustained from this fire that police are saying that was intentionally lit by a suspected arsonist. Now, right now, I mean, there's a breeze, and you can kind of get a whiff of the burning, the debris that burned from yesterday early morning. But again, police say Sergeant Banner was filling up his patrol car towards the end of his shift when he saw smoke at the motel early Monday morning. He rushed to the scene and saw 2 rooms that you see right here at the Red Roof Inn already up in flames. He went door to door without any special gear to wake up people and knock on windows. Thanks to his quick thinking, no one was seriously hurt.
There were alarms going off. There were people outside moving their cars. However, nobody had called 911 that we're aware of. There was one person on the opposite side that was still asleep, but we were able to wake them up and get them out. They also had a dog as well.
Investigators believe the fire was intentionally set. A suspect was taken into custody, and that person's identity has not been released to the public yet. Now, it is believed that the suspect was renting a room here at this motel. But the big message here that everyone, is just talking about is that Sergeant John Banner, remember his name, being hailed a hero for just that quick thinking, saving so many lives. Again, no one seriously hurt. We're going to try to talk to managers here at this motel to get more information, but I'll swing it back to you guys for now.
Yeah, ooh, some quick thinking, I tell you. Thanks, TCO. Thanks for starting your morning with us. State legislature back in Austin for a special session.
The lawmakers are set to tackle a handful of the governor's priorities. Fox 4's Peyton May live in Dallas with an update on day one. Hey, Peyton.
Yes, good morning, Paige. Many lawmakers headed to the Capitol wearing green in honor of the lives lost at Camp Mystic during the Central Texas flooding. Now it's going to be a jam-packed session filled with plenty of controversial topics. The state legislature gavelled into the governor's special session, opening up to prayers and thoughts to the victims and those impacted by the historic floods. Natural disaster response, relief, and increased warning communications are some of the central policy issues lawmakers are set to discuss. We spoke to North Texas Republicans and Democrats about some options the legislature might choose from for added safety measures.
I think it'll probably be a combination of several things, and they may apply not just to flooding, but to any natural disasters, whether it be tornado, hurricane, wildfires, or anything of that sort. And I know from living in a rural community, we rely on that information.
I hope it will be that we will have a meaningful response to the enormous tragedy that occurred in Central Texas, and that we take steps to see that future tragedies do not cause that level of loss of life. But the truth is, Greg Abbott has the power as governor to provide immediate relief to the Texas Hill Country. He should have done that already.
While lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are rallying around helping Central Texas, there's a handful of issues this session that are already sparking debate. Many Republicans and Democrats are split on THC regulations and redistricting, both hot ticket policy items the governor would like state leaders to address. Now, in total, there's 18 items on the governor's special session agenda, which could only last for 30 days. There's a handful of House and Senate committees scheduled for this week. Reporting live in Dallas, I'm Peyton May for Good Day.
The Cosby Show great is gone, and a death for the royal family as well. TMZ's Michael Babcock joining us live in Los Angeles with more. Good morning, Michael. Good to see you.
Good morning, Lauren. Great to see you. Thank you for having me.
Okay, this is in Costa Rica. What happened here?
Yeah.
First, we heard that actor Malcolm-Jamal Warner accidentally drowned, and now we're hearing more from those officials in Costa Rica about what happened. What are you hearing?
Yeah, I mean, it just really sounds, Lauren, and this was a tragic incident, obviously. I mean, he was 54 years old. Malcolm was obviously, still very much in the prime of his life on vacation with his daughter. They were, by all accounts, having a really nice time together. And then, obviously, for this tragedy to strike their family was just horrible. But, yeah, we have actually learned now that there was somebody else who was, badly hurt in this same incident, Lauren. Obviously, the sea was pretty treacherous at that time, so much so that Malcolm got sadly kind of caught up in a situation that he could not get out of, and it took his life. And now that to learn that this other person was able to be rescued, thankfully, and rushed to the hospital. It's unclear exactly what their situation is right now or their status, but we were told that they were dealing with really severe injuries as well. So you hope that person pulls through. And yeah, and again, just 54 years old, this guy who we watched him so many years ago on the Cosby Show, but then really had a fantastic career even after that show, and he's TV royalty, and again, gone too soon at just 54.
Yeah, it sounds like it was some sort of rip current or something.
Right.
Like he just got
that's
pulled
exactly
out
right.
into it and just couldn't survive. So
right. Anyone who's ever been caught in that, I mean, it's Mother Nature is obviously no joke, and yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay, I know you guys will continue to follow that. Also, something that you guys had that was a bit of a shock: a death in the royal family, a cousin of Prince Harry and Prince William. What do we know about this death?
Yeah, this too. It's Rosie Roche is the name of Prince Harry and Prince William's cousin. It was actually Princess Diana's first cousin. It would have been the grandchild of Princess Diana's grandfather. So, she was last week. about to go on a trip, Lauren, with her friends, and was actually said to have been packing. Something happened, and her mom and her sister found her deceased, and there was a handgun that was nearby. It seems that police believe that she took her own life, as they have labeled this non-suspicious. And I think obviously if you had somebody who was not that old and was found deceased, you would say, okay, this is a strange circumstances here. Not the case. So it does seem like she may have might have been self-inflicted, and obviously a tragedy for their family, as it is for Malcolm-Jamal Warner's.
Yeah. And then I heard Dog the Bounty Hunter. This one was awful too. It says, his stepson accidentally shot his son?
His stepson. So you remember when Chapman had passed away a couple years back, and then Dog got remarried. So this is his stepson of his new wife, and he was a dad of a 13-year-old boy, and something horrible happened. It was an accident, but something horrible happened in their home last week in Naples, Florida, and it seems the stepson accidentally shot his 13-year-old son in the neck, and his son died. Now his dad, the Dog's stepson, is so distraught, as you would imagine. He has actually been placed on a psychiatric hold because there is fear that he could look to harm himself, just because he is so devastated that he did this accidentally to his son. I mean, you can't even imagine. And he has not even talked to police yet. He's not talked to family members. He has been that distraught and really just sedated since this happened. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of it not great, unfortunately.
Yeah, some heavy news this morning from you guys. But thank you for bringing us bringing it all to light. Appreciate it. You can watch TMZ Midnight Fox 4, 12:30 p.m. on More 27. TMZ Live airs weekdays at 3 p.m. on More 27. And you can find a link to the show as well at fox4news.com. Thank you, Michael.